Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
We're moments away from America's game of the week. The Eagles and the Chiefs in a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. We're going to get you here for the start of that game in just a bit. But first, a little bonus coverage. The Giants trying to win on the road at Dallas. A 3-point game in the closing seconds as Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs get ready to take on the Eagles here on Fox. Here's Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, and Pam Oliver.
Over the middle, diving try from Tolbert. Flags are down. It's a catch for Tolbert, and there's a flag in the secondary.
That was an incredible catch.
His first one today.
Wow.
Pass interference. Defense number 8. Penalty decline. Results play. First down.
Jalen Tolbert coming up with the play. A gain of 12 to extend the drive. Was going to extend anyways thanks to a New York penalty had he not caught it. The catch will stand. It takes us to the 2-minute warning. Giants trying to pull off the shocker. Can they hang on? 2 minutes left.
The tradition, the atmosphere, the pageantry, and the passion. Big Noon Saturday.
Big 12 football is back. Two high-powered offenses go head-to-head as Texas Tech takes on Utah. Touchdown! It's Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Fox Monday. I think you mean James Day. Yes, plural. She's hosting a show where you guess to tune that'll make you think.
I can name that tune in one note.
What? That's how you do it. And she's hosting a show where a celebrity is the weakest link.
You're terrible people who suck at this game.
It's James Day.
I was in a car accident. 8 years. Just gone.
The smash hit Doc is back for season 2.
You're having memories.
They're just weird flashes.
Starting with a shocking season premiere.
6 years ago, you talked us out of the transplant. Now I'm done with the past!
There must have been a reason. Did I tell you why?
I've got nothing to lose.
He hates me for something that I can't remember.
Doc, special premiere tonight on Fox.
September 24th, 100 players will compete to win $1 million.
Dad, do not give up!
And they'll do anything to get it.
The only rule is don't finish last.
That was ridiculous. Are you kidding me right now?
No, we're not. Welcome to 99 to Beat.
99 to Beat series premiere Wednesday, September 24th on Fox.
Teen romances on Tubi will be free forever.
You mean I have to pick between Brad and Chad forever?
Chad? Who's Chad?
Giants 3-14 last year. Ugly week 1 loss, but a 30-27 lead over the Cowboys. We welcome those of you that just watched. Seattle beat Pittsburgh. Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, Pam Oliver. 30-27, New York in front. 2 minutes left. Cowboys have all 3 timeouts. Prescott facing blitz. It's picked up. To the sideline he goes, and it's incomplete off of the hands of Jake Ferguson.
Remember, this is where Aubrey, the kicker, and his range, and we've talked about it multiple times today. It feels like you don't have to be in plus territory, and you're technically in his range. And I think if you're Dallas, you want to be aggressive here. Don't just get in field goal range and try to tie this in regulation. Run this clock down and try to win it. Stay aggressive.
2nd and 10. Time to throw. Scans the field and checks it down. Javonte Williams. He got 5, and you talk about them being close to his range. They right now are where he's hit from before. It'd be a 65-yarder from here. And yeah, Brandon Aubrey's made that far of a field goal. Minute and a half with a 3rd and 5. On the slant, George Pickens getting inside Cordell Flott. Pickens for 14 yards.
It's now the second time where Flott's got to stay inside leverage. It's 2 high safeties. Every other defender's playing inside, and that's now the second slant they've given up to Pickens.
From the 34 to the sideline, Lamb. Perfect timing. 12 more yards. First down, Dallas to the 22.
Now this is simple, just pitch and catch. Paulson Adebo has gotten a really good start to his time here in New York the first 2 weeks. It's just simple off coverage. And when you play that soft, pre-snap, Dak's going to take a look out there at CeeDee Lamb, and there was 0 chance that ball was going anywhere else.
Lamb trying to atone for last week's late drops. Has gone over 100 yards. Minute 7 to go. All 3 timeouts. Dallas just fine when it comes to the clock. And so they run it. Javonte Williams has room to the outside. He hurdles inside the 10 where it's 1st and goal.
Okay, now if you're New York, you got to start considering your timeouts. Yeah, so New York took their first one. Brian Daboll's losing his mind. He thought there was a holding call on the interior. Take a look right here. Tyler Smith, the newly minted man.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens on every play, but if you're a Giants fan, it's a hold. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're saying, Olsen, shut up. But I get it. But Daboll was giving the official an earful. So smart use of his timeout there. Now the issue becomes, you can only stop it 2 more times, just under a minute. It's 1st and goal.
Javonte Williams. In this run game for the Cowboys, they had 6 total touchdowns on the ground last year. They already have 4 this year. Williams has 1 today. Sanders has 1. 1st and goal inside of a minute in a 3-point game. Williams straight ahead to the 6.
That's the same play they scored the long touchdown on.
Timeout by the Giants again. Kayvon Thibodeau, the tackle right there.
New York.
Giants, 1 of them left. Trying to end an 8-game losing streak in this series. Trying to win here for the first time in 9 years. For the first time since Dak Prescott's first home start when Eli Manning was the quarterback for the Giants. Victor Cruz had the game-winning touchdown. 20-19 the final score 9 years ago. The last time the Giants won at Dallas.
All right, so now, conventional wisdom says keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving again, and make the Giants use their last and final timeout. I think you got to call whatever your best play is that will result in a touchdown.
It's a pass. End zone. Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Yep.
George Pickens gives the Cowboys the lead.
Really smart play call. What's the last couple routes he's run? A slant. So now all of a sudden you get that defender a little bit more conscious of the in-breaking route. Great shot right down the line. Line judge was all over it, and that's the evolution during a game. You set up the slant, then it goes fade, and that was a simple fade stop and big-time drive.
Pickens' first touchdown as a Cowboy gives him the lead with 52 seconds left. Back and forth. What a game this has been.
Yeah, what a game. What a play call by Shoddy. You see the Giants have one final timeout. You go, all right, keep the clock running. But you don't want to settle for a field goal. In those times, you see teams so often, they're so worried about bleeding the clock that they make their life more difficult. Simple motion. He sees the one-on-one on the outside, and they teach him throw the ball to the front pylon, and the receiver will meet the ball there.
Well, you're talking about a good play call by Brian Schottenheimer. He's had to make big play calls before. He's never had to manage the other part of it that you're talking about, how to handle the game. In just his second game as a head coach, looking for his first win. And in a place like this, you start 0-2 your head coaching tenure, the noise is going to be loud.
No doubt.
Either side trying to avoid what will send off alarms.
Look at this.
31 in the fourth quarter.
Look at this fourth quarter, man.
52 seconds. Giants ready to get it back. Tyrone Tracy on the move. Giants have had good field position all day. They will again as Tracy takes it to the 37. They need a touchdown. One timeout as Russell Wilson goes back out there having the best day he's had in years.
Yeah, so they need a good drive starter here. You need a chunk. That's the key to 2-minute offense. You throw it anywhere on the field. They're going to try to hold on to that timeout as long as they can. But this is touchdown or bust now, down 4.
Wilson 168 last week against Washington, 385 today. Drive starts with Wilson going long, wants Malik Neighbors. Incomplete. Great coverage by Kaiir Elam. Welcome those of you that join us after watching San Francisco beat New Orleans in a tight game. This has been back and forth. 31 combined points in the fourth quarter. 34-30 with 41 seconds left.
Yeah, just such. You see the difference though between how Elam defended that. He was always on the high side of Malik Neighbors. It feels like every other vertical chance the Giants have taken, it's been the Giants' offensive player deeper. So much better job there by Elam at corner. You don't need to go for it all, though, on every down. You can run crossers. You can attack the middle of the field.
They bring a blitz. Wilson in trouble. Steps up, has room to run. Russell Wilson into Dallas territory. Oh, it looked like he was going to get sacked, but he squeezed out and got 15.
Yeah, and a good use of the timeout. Anytime there's a chunk play where the offense...
And final timeout, New York.
Yeah, so anytime, so they're going to bring... Yeah, so look, so they got a 5-man front with a 6th on the outside edge, and they end up dropping it, coming really well done in pass protection, and just look how much space there is, and Daboll decides to use the timeout because the decision there is when the offense is so scattered, you know, the offensive line's back at the original line of scrimmage, the receivers are down the field. It's a good use of the timeout there.
It's their last, so 33 seconds. Field goal does you no good. Russell Wilson in his second start with the Giants. A disastrous week 1 that had him calling for his job already. He is dazzled in week 2. And a guy that's top 10 in NFL history in fourth quarter comebacks. Can he add another? From the Dallas 48. Wilson protected, heaving one, wants Neighbors, Malik Neighbors, touchdown Giants! He dropped it in the bucket from 48. Vintage Russell Wilson. Giants lead with 25 seconds.
And this is a big extra point now by Graham Gano. Dallas still has all 3 timeouts, but how many times have we said they brought Russell Wilson here for his leadership, the intangibles, his attitude, and you know what else? He's one of the best all-time deep ball throwers in NFL history. He had lost that element of his game these last couple years, and especially last week, but you can't throw a deep ball in the bucket better than that one right there by Russell Wilson.
433 yards, his 3rd touchdown of the day, his 2nd to Malik Neighbors, who they drafted 6th overall to make plays like this.
I mean, look at the concentration. He can't even see.
He's blindfolded.
He's blindfolded. His mouthpiece is bouncing around.
No biggie.
It's just, we have seen this time and time again. Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, whoever it is, they're always on the upfield shoulder of these defensive backs, and this deep passing game of the Giants has been incredible today.
All right, so let's look ahead here. Here's a spot where you're missing Kevontae Turpin. You don't have that weapon part of your return game, but if you're Dallas, you only need to get the ball to around midfield to have a shot at Brandon Aubrey tying this game.
Yeah, it feels so fitting. I feel like the opening drive of the game, we talked about how much Brian Daboll was stressed about this unit. Kicking to Turpin, of course, he's now out, as you just said, but you could be on minus side, meaning on your side of the 50, and be in field goal position. So 3 timeouts, Dak Prescott behind center. This game is far from over.
Instead of Turpin deep, it's Miles Sanders and Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert from inside the 5. Jalen Tolbert to the 33. 19 seconds, 3 timeouts. They need to get to the New York 48 to get to where Aubrey's career long is.
And again, that's like career long desperation. With 3 timeouts, you can throw the ball anywhere on the field. So you'd love in a perfect world to be able to trot your field goal unit at least on the plus side of the 50 and make this a little bit more reasonable. Although they got arguably the best kicker in the league, and here we go.
Eye-popping stuff for the Giants offense in this game. Now the defense that they've invested in tries to finish it.
Yeah, don't get too soft. Look how deep they are. You don't want to give up a chunk play here on first down.
Prescott pursued, tossed it up, and it was almost picked by Lawrence. Kayvon Thibodeau came flying after him. They haven't blown this dead yet, and George Pickens has taken it to midfield. They're letting it play on, saying fumble.
That's why they teach defensive players. You pick up every loose ball. You never know. Don't let that thing bounce around.
I figure this is going to be...
The fumble cannot be advanced by the offense. The ball be placed where the quarterback lost it.
Yeah. Now we'll take a look.
Was it a fumble or is this an incomplete pass?
So replay assist. It's an incomplete pass.
There you go.
Which is important.
Second down and 10.
And they'll have to reset the clock.
Yeah, which is important because obviously if you're Dallas, you don't want to use your timeout. I thought Dak could have gotten rid of this ball. The Giants defense was so deep and soft.
10 seconds, 1-4.
All right, so they've got to reset to 14 seconds. Thibodeau has joined the party. Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Abdul Carter all making plays today. Runs it down to 14 seconds. About 20 yards away from having a shot for Aubrey. Very soft defense from the Giants. Prescott underneath. He's got him. Ferguson at midfield. 9 seconds. Now 8. They'll call a timeout. You'd love to get a few more yards here.
Yep. And again, that was just from standing up here looking at the defense. Remember, you're not trying to defend to keep Dallas from getting to the 35-yard line like in the old days where you say, I'll make it a 50-plus field goal. Midfield is field goal range. Look how deep they are. Dak throws this ball well before Ferguson's head even gets around, and you've got 9 seconds left to pick up as much as they can.
Welcome those of you that just watched the Lions beat the Bears. What a thriller this has been. 9 seconds left in a 3-point game.
Look how much dead space there is. I'm going to move up here now and press.
They run a draw and get 4. That confident in the leg of Brandon Aubrey.
Wow. I thought he had more yards there.
So did I.
You know, it's so hard for a back, though.
They're going to just send him out there right here.
And if you're the back, right, you have 9 seconds. You're doing the math in your head. You have no idea how long 9 seconds is with the ball in your hand. So he gets through the line, picks up a few, and seems like a pretty fitting ending to this game, doesn't it?
Wow. It's been bomb after bomb, and Cowboys are hoping there's one more. This is the best long-distance kicker perhaps in NFL history. Trying to hit from 64 yards to send this game into overtime. Former pro soccer player, now NFL weapon. Aubrey, does he have enough? On the way, it is! Good! That's why they trusted him. Wow. Never a doubt. On to overtime.
Wow. Tell you what, we've called some great games today together, buddy, over the years. I'm not quite sure we've ever called a game like this. The offensive explosion in the fourth quarter, 64-yard field goals as time expires, 5,000 penalties.
Russell Wilson going to the time machine.
Looks like it's 2013 again. This is as good as NFL football gets here in Dallas, Texas.
Let's go.
I'll be here all day. This is incredible.
New this year in the NFL, both teams get a chance in overtime, even if the first drive is a touchdown. Jerry says, yeah.
Knew it all along. He's giving an extra bonus to there to scout found Brendan Aubrey playing soccer.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, gentlemen, great job so far. We're going to play one 10-minute quarter. Both teams will have an opportunity to possess the ball, even if we score a touchdown. All right? All replays are upstairs. Fourth quarter timing rules. Each team has 2 timeouts. Any questions? New Yorkers, still the visitors.
You go tails.
You go tails. It is tails.
We want to play defense first.
You want defense? Which way you want to kick? Huh? All right, you got it.
Of course, that is a much different decision you would have made
Absolutely.
with the old rules.
Yeah, it's smart. You want to know what you need.
Whereas before it'd be, we may not ever get it if we let them have it first. This is the 126th meeting between the Cowboys and the Giants. 41 points in the fourth, the most in rivalry history.
Missing your team's games on Sunday? Not an option. So whether you're a picked up an afternoon shifts fan, or just a move to a new city fan, or at a Sunday afternoon wedding fan, Verizon's got you covered. Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us. Every out-of-market game, every Sunday afternoon. That's up to $480 in value. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
What is power? Is it control? Is it freedom? Or is it something primal? Maybe the better question is, how much of it can you handle? In every GMC Sierra EV.
Act now to get $7,500 EV federal tax credit on select Sierra EV models, or get 2.9% APR on 2025 Sierra EV Denali models.
Did you know Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating?
Is it weird seeing yourself on TV?
It's my job, isn't it? To let people know that Geico's more than just savings.
Certainly have our cat's attention. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it appears so.
Well, they just love great customer service.
Customer service, right.
They don't get this excited for wet food. You know?
No.
Guys, he's right here.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
No, like this. Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Okay.
And now, your NFL airmen led by Peyton Manning.
Omaha!
They're going for the beer. Whoa! Touchdown!
Anything for Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Thanks.
Boy, just when you think you've seen the play that they're going to show on all the highlight shows as the one, these teams keep one-upping each other. Neighbors had the go-ahead touchdown, and then Pickens strikes right back. Well, the Giants go deep to Neighbors again before this 64-yard field goal, as time expires, pushes the game to overtime. Wow, I feel like we deserve a little more.
I feel like
this
is the only way to decide this game. I mean, 41 points, and they needed every second.
They're playing for 65 years, these teams. That's the most they've ever combined for in a quarter. Miles Sanders on the return for the Cowboys to the 33-yard line. There's an important injury report that we're going to get in a moment. First, there's another flag here. There's a flag on Dallas on this return. We'll go on to Pam in a moment.
Receiving team number 40. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Pam, what'd you learn?
That the Cowboys have a new center in this game. Starter Cooper Beebe, he has an ankle injury. His return is questionable. He's sitting on the bench. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon.
All right, Pam, so Brock Hoffman, who has not played a snap of offense this year, comes in and takes over center. Dak Prescott today, 34 to 47, over 300 yards. Penalty pushes this drive back to the 19 to begin with a rollout and a quick throw to CeeDee Lamb. They get 8.
Yeah, so let's go back. We heard Russell Wilson, the Giants won the toss, elected to go on defense. And you mentioned the new overtime scoring rules. What you don't want to do is, what you do want to do is you want to know whether or not you're in 4-down territory on offense the entire drive. Am I in field goal mode? Am I in touchdown mode? So the obvious choice is you make Dallas get the ball first.
Javonte Williams on 2nd and short has a first down. Stopped by Banks. You get your full playbook. Yep. Take your time.
Now you want to dive really deep into it. Theoretically, if Dallas were to go down here and score a touchdown, if you're Brian Daboll and you're able to answer with a touchdown of your own, do you go for 2 to just end the game? We got a long way to go, but that's all the conversations they're laying out before the situation starts.
Fake the toss, look downfield, and ultimately check it down to Williams, who's got room. And Javonte Williams has 12 yards, running hard to the 43.
Remember our conversation about Gronk pass? That was it again.
Was it?
That time they defended it. He didn't like the window, so he checks it down. In the NFL, if you throw it to the guy you fake it to, right? So they're trying to get, here's Gronk pass, fake the swing. He doesn't like the window. It's like 100%. If you throw to the guy you fake to, he's almost always open as a check down.
What's that one called? Is that like the Marshall Faulk pass?
Sure. Yeah. We can take liberty there.
Back to Williams on the ground. Dancing in the backfield. Okereke tackled him. He got a short gain. Bobby Okereke leading the NFL in tackles through the first 2 weeks. When he's been healthy throughout his career, he's been that guy. In his 3rd year in New York, coming up with a stop right there to make it 2nd and 9. And neither one of these teams feels like they can afford to lose this game. History would tell you they can't. The last NFC East team to start 0-2 and go to the playoffs, the Giants Super Bowl team, the 2007 season. Last time the Cowboys started 0-2 and made the playoffs, 93. A fumbled snap. Prescott dives on top of it and got it.
Well, you mentioned new center. I don't care how much ball you've played. Overtime. Cooper Beebe's in the entire game. Let's take a look. Hands split. They talk bottom hand pressure on the quarterback. Can keep those 2 palms together. When they split, bad things happen, and great effort there by Dak, making sure he falls on it.
Disaster averted in the game. Yeah, it's been ugly with the penalties. 24 of those combined, just 1 turnover, though. It was on Dallas.
Remember, they can be short of the first down here and be in field goal range. We just have to keep reminding ourselves this is a little different.
Lamb and Pickens both down here, same side. They go the other way. It's Jalen Tolbert, and it's knocked out. Drew Phillips, the defense. How about that? You've got Pickens and Lamb, and he doesn't even look in their direction.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure if Phillips got a hand on it or if it was just dropped. Let's see, does it get through?
It did.
It does. Jalen Tolbert, it's not an easy catch. It's not a gimme. But if you do, it's a first down.
4th drop for Dallas.
If you're Giants, you're just saying, don't jump off sides. Don't line up in the neutral zone. Watch double count.
Now any score would win the game for the Giants. Olszewski back at the 5. Return of 8 after a booming punt from Brian Anger. Russell Wilson got to be having the time of his life today, proving people wrong. 27 out of 36 for 433 yards and 3 touchdowns. And this is just the appetizer. The Super Bowl rematch. Eagles and Chiefs will follow. He's having the kind of game that they had dreamt that he would have. Coming here, give him some optimism after the 3-14 season. But then after last week, it looked like there's no chance they'd get this version of Russell Wilson at any point.
I would test them deep again. At no point does it look like Dallas has fixed the issues of letting guys run through their coverage.
Neighbors has been that guy, top of the screen. They go outside to him, and he's got it for 14 yards, working against Kaiir Elam in this depleted Dallas secondary.
Well, you want to know what the vertical passing game does?
Gets a cushion?
Yeah, you think this is a cushion here on 1st and 10? Watch Elam. He's in his zone turn before Malik Neighbors is even 5 yards downfield, and that's what the threat of downfield passing does. it opens everything else up underneath, intermediate, and run game.
Especially when that downfield threat would end the game. Neighbors again underneath, dives ahead for 7. 9 catches for Neighbors, 170 yards.
They were sending Jackson Dart. Now he got out to about the numbers, and they called him back off.
Wow, it was surprising to see him the little bit that we did. Change up, he went in there for 3 plays. They were all run plays. Changed their mind there. It's a new career high for Russell Wilson, 454 yards passing. 2nd and short. Oh, the ball is out. That's a live ball. It is out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an incomplete pass. First off, what a great effort by Scadaboo to chase that down, to bat it out of bounds. I would love to know whether, let's see, let's take a look here. It's an incomplete pass, isn't it?
But it was backwards.
Oh, did it go backwards?
I'm pretty sure it did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it goes backwards. Great call. Wow, so when he tried to palm it, he held on to it too long and actually threw it across his body. Great call there, Joe. Makes that effort by Scadaboo even more impressive.
Next score wins this game. 3rd and 17. Only a 4-man rush. Wilson with time. Deep ball. Robinson can't get there. Dallas's defense comes up with a stand.
Yeah, I don't think Robinson thought the ball was thrown. He stopped running and then realized late that the ball was coming his way. Take a look here. We used to call that a bomb 7. See how he stops? Once you do that, you got no choice. And Russ is saying, man, just keep running.
We've connected on a bunch of those today. Wandale saying I couldn't see it.
Yeah, the problem is if you look back at the quarterback, you're not going to see him throw it. You never see those balls. You have to look up. You don't look back.
Here's the punt. Tolbert comes on. Fair catch at the 38. Well, you don't figure that you're going to get a couple shots at this if you have to punt it on your first drive in overtime, but Dak Prescott and the Cowboys will, and as we saw at the end of regulation, they don't need a whole lot to put this into Aubrey's range.
You hear Dak, he's in the huddle. He said, this is the opportunity to put this one away. Now you can play for 3. Your options are unlimited. True sudden death.
Play action. Got drilled and sacked. That is Elijah Garcia, who's played 11 games over the course of 4 years in the NFL. He's saying, I want to get involved too with all you superstars up front.
Yeah, and they kept in they only sent 2 guys out on the route. It was beyond max protection. At some point, if there's no one downfield, Dak's got to throw that ball away. You just can't take a sack when you're on the fringe of field goal range on first down.
That's the 11th tackle for loss for the Giants in this game. Makes a 2nd down and about 20. Prescott getting some of it back to Pickens. Adebo couldn't hang on. There's a flag down as Pickens gets close to a first down. The flag is around the marker.
Offensive pass interference.
Wow.
Wow.
Pass interference. Offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty.
Wow.
Wipes away the 17-yard gain.
You just don't see offensive pass interference called in that context very often on a one-on-one route. It's usually a pick or something like that. Let's take a look here. Off coverage. Paulson Adebo. I don't know. That feels tight.
Well, if anybody's going to get flagged for getting his arms extended, it's a guy with arms that are a mile long.
Wow.
Pereira tells us he's not making that call.
And now look, it's 2nd and 29, and now Dax, in his mind, is just thinking in 2 plays, can I get at least where a field goal is a conversation, but then you're pretty much getting a first down.
Yeah, they need the 48 on their own side for a first down. Need the other 48 to get into his range. Hand it off. Curious call right there, but Javonte Williams makes something out of it. That thing was going nowhere, and Williams got 20 yards.
That's just a tired defense. You got a chance to make it 3rd and a mile, and they just can't get him on the ground. The physical running, just tired legs. They've been out there the entire 4th quarter in what's been an absolute shootout. And 3rd and 10 looks a lot different.
Giants pass rush has put its imprint all over this game. Down to 2 to snap it, and Dallas is going to use a timeout.
First yard timeout, Dallas.
Out of this 3rd down and 10 play, and hands on thighs across the board. Everybody even gasping for air. And a 37-37 game doesn't just go to overtime, but this overtime is going to go the distance. 64-yarder from Aubrey, tying his career high, has sent this game into overtime after back-to-back big plays, really back-to-back big plays in that amazing 4th quarter.
And this is going to be the 78th play that this Giants defense has had to defend, and they need it to be their best.
The game had seen about 1,000 yards of offense. 3rd down and 10. Dak outside. Jalen Tolbert. Drew Phillips hangs on for dear life. 4th and 5. This is too far even for Aubrey.
That's an unbelievable tackle, and Drew Phillips, he's had an up and down day. Gave up a touchdown, gave up a couple completions, had a pick, but that might be his best play of the day.
He doesn't make that tackle. There's another 15, 20 yards there at least.
It's for sure a first down. The ball is well into Giants territory and clearly in Aubrey's field goal range. So of all the good he's done today, that might be his best.
How about after that 4th quarter we have, both teams are going to get 2 possessions in overtime? Now one of these teams finishing it off?
There's been nothing. You got to imagine they're going to take a timeout here. They don't have 11 men. This is a mess here on the Cowboys punt team.
Delay game. Offense number 5. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Super Bowl rematch is underway. Scoreless game early on in Kansas City. As soon as this one finishes, we will get you there. Now, how about your NFL Sunday, folks?
Wow.
We could get an old classic rivalry, but probably not going to be that good a game, right? Giants look terrible week 1. Cowboys going to roll them. No. This has been an absolute thriller. Eager to punt it. Olszewski takes a look at the coverage. Here he comes. Olszewski to the sideline. To the 33. It's a good return. Solid field position. Russell Wilson, a career day, 454 yards.
And it all starts with his ability to push the ball downfield. A year ago, this was the worst team in the league in downfield deep ball passing. And in week 1, it didn't look like Russell Wilson was going to be able to turn the tides, but tell you what, he's gotten back in a time machine today, dropping balls out of the sky, on time, in rhythm, accurate. This is the best performance we've seen from Russell Wilson since he's left Seattle.
And if I'm a Cowboys fan, I can't help but think, could Micah Parsons have stopped 1 or 2 of those big plays?
There's no question. That's probably on the mind of everybody in this stadium.
Dump off, Singletary, hit in the backfield and dropped. Kenneth Murray with a tackle for loss. 2:40 to go, 2 timeouts. Field goal would win the game for New York. Everybody gasped. There will be a 2-minute warning in overtime in addition to those 2 timeouts for Brian Daboll to work with. Second and 14. Wilson. Deep ball. Oh boy, threw it up for grabs and it's intercepted. Donovan Wilson Oh, my goodness. Ill-advised from Russell Wilson, 1-on-2. And Donovan Wilson just had to play center field on a routine fly ball.
Yeah, with all the great he's done today, I'm not sure there. I don't know if the rush, I don't know if there was a lack of communication on the route downfield, but that wasn't even close.
Third try for Dallas? My goodness.
You got loose. Come on, we got to bring him home. Get up onside him. Get ready. Here it comes. Yeah, turn him now.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Ooh. Okay, Big Wheels.
We see you, Mike.
Oh, you mean my beautiful new ride? Well, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, I went and found the right auto insurance rate for me. You know this thing can traverse any terrain.
Terrain? No, that's not what you call in your auntie's driveway.
Oh.
Some things you can handle, like finding auto insurance coverage that's right for you with Progressive's Name Your Price tool.
Wait, what happened to the coupe?
Oh, well, I think it disappeared with his hairline.
Handling what your loved ones say about you, not so much.
Yeah, so it starts with the pressure here on the edge by Sam Williams. He just takes Bo right back into his lap, and this is one of those, like, Malik's down there somewhere. The problem was Malik Neighbors is running a corner, an out route, and Russ throws this ball inside by the numbers, and Malik Neighbors does his best job trying to turn into a DB and go hands to hands and punch it out, but that's about as easy a pick as Donovan Wilson's going to get in his career. And Brian Daboll, of all the good they've done offensively, especially down the stretch, bad time for your first turnover of the year.
Cowboys hoping the third time's the charm. Their third possession of this 10-minute overtime. 2 minutes, one timeout. From their own 30. Needed about 25 yards to get into Aubrey's range. Prescott looking long. Lofts it up for Pickens, who's got it. They're in field goal range as George Pickens gets 27 yards.
Tell you what a difference George Pickens makes for this Cowboys offense. We're so used to CeeDee Lamb being the go-to guy. Paulson Adebo now is matched up man coverage against Pickens, and Dak has just enough time to hang on there under pressure, and George Pickens has made some of the game's biggest plays for this Cowboys offense.
From here, it'd be a 60-yarder.
Oh, it's like an extra point.
In his sleep. Make it a little closer with Williams. Kayvon Thibodeau's made a couple plays in this overtime. It's a short gain. A minute 10 with the one timeout. Philadelphia and Kansas City underway in the Super Bowl rematch. Appetizer has turned into a main course on its own.
Yeah, you just think how far field goal kicking has come. We saw them settle for a 64-yard field goal in regulation, and now they don't seem to have much urgency other than picking up a couple yards here to trot Aubrey out to try to win it.
Prescott a look to throw. He's in trouble. Can't take a sack, and he won't. He'll run right down the middle inside the 30. 17 for Prescott. It becomes a chip shot for Aubrey.
Well, there you go. It was just going to be a simple inside slant. He's wide open, outside leverage man to CeeDee Lamb. He doesn't like it. And all the defenders' backs are turned. They're just trying to pick up a couple yards. Simple inside looky route and get down and trot the field goal unit. And I promise Brian Schottenheimer feels a lot better about this being the field goal for his first ever career win as a head coach than he did a play before.
Brandon Aubrey, we mentioned he was a soccer player. He played at Notre Dame, played some pro soccer, retired from that, got a real job as a software engineer. He's sitting on the couch like the rest of us watching a game one Sunday, saw somebody miss a kick, and his wife said, "You could miss it like that." And it sparked something in his head. He said, maybe I'll give this thing a shot. Oh. He goes out there, starts kicking.
Hats off to his wife.
Right?
Really astute observation there from Mrs. Aubrey.
64 to get it here. And now much closer trying to win it.
New York. 30-second timeout.
Right after his wife said, you should give this a try, he said, all right, I went to a local field right after that and started kicking balls away. Hit a 60-yarder that first day out at the field by himself with nobody watching. So then he got more formal about it. He hired a kicking coach and got a job in the USFL. Cowboys signed him out of the USFL, and he's become the best long-range kicker, no doubt, in the NFL right now, and pretty good argument the game's ever seen. 64 long range to tie it and get it into overtime. 46 to try and win this thriller. Aubrey got it into overtime and now wins it. What a ball game. Cowboys in OT. Third time's the charm for the Cowboys in OT. They get 3 drives and cap off the last one to end this game and get the win. The first one for Brian Schottenheimer, no doubt one he'll never forget.
Teen romances on Tubi.